Let's have a look at the problem. I am lazy by nature. Lots of water on the floor. And curving downwards. This way, any dripping of water will follow the path and could be led into the bilge if necessary. Okay, let's forget that idea. That was... look at that. All right. Back in the harbor again, and today it's a great day. It's quiet, it's quite mild, and it's not raining, and that is an exercise in itself in this town. Today I would start by washing the boat because it's dirty from traffic dirt, can we say that? Anyway, it's dirty and it needs to be cleaned. And then I also brought some cutouts for the engine encasing, and let's have a look at them too. But let's start by washing the boat. Ooh. Not sure if you saw it, but I also cleaned the engine a little bit, and it looks a bit fresher now. I need special tools to get to the dust in the narrow spaces. Let's go home. I'm back in the old yellow house, and I need to crack on with this as well. So at night time, evening time, it's great to do such work. So let's do some demolishing work, I guess. I wish to point out when I'm dismounting the power that I'm using rubber gloves, and also isolating the current. It should be okay. I'm also cutting off the end of the wire, so there is isolation all the way. Oh my god. I'm not going to use these because they are from around 1985, I guess, something like that. And it's time to change them. You don't want to break this. It contains bad stuff, like we call it it's not liquid silver, it's anyway, it's bad stuff if they break. Remove the light bulb and then remove the rest. Removing the dishwasher means I have to close the water first, and it's this one. That seems to be okay. I'm not too keen on spending much time on this, so I'm just cutting the wire. Remove. in the harbor again, and it's a lovely day. It's blue sky, it's quiet, and it's quite cold. It's a great day to work on the boat, I guess. So today's plan is to adjust the last cutouts, the latest cutouts, I guess. The latest, yeah. And also preferably to make a new template for the aft end of the engine encasing, and that should be a good start. Also, I have bought a piece of wood, 2 by 1 inch, to sort of use for the engine encasing when we are dropping plates on top of the engine encasing. We need something to let them rest on, so let's go and work. Oh, lots of water on the floor. Look at this. Let's have a paper sipping this up. It's cold. Let's agree on that. Right, we'll start by temporarily fastening this plate with a couple of screws. That is because I wish to make a structure behind this, and it's an advantage for me, I think, if the plate is fastened. Let's see. This is nice. This was a little bit stuck, slightly too large. If I wanted this totally and absolutely correct, then I could make a template. I'm not going to do that. Why am I not going to do that? Because I am lazy by nature. Let's see if we can make something out of this. The worst thing that can happen now in the cold is I will just sitting here overthinking things and not getting anything done. It's better to do mistakes than to do nothing. Something like that. I forgot to extend how deep it cuts, because this is a thicker plate. Plate is not a plate, it's a plank. Will it fit? I have not tested it, I promise you. No, it doesn't, but it's okay. It's not bad. I have way overdone the angle of the hull. Let's have a look. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So we have to not drill into the screws that are already in place. Good. Then we are done with this side, and we now have the other side. It disappeared. We got a lot of new subscribers in the last video, and I thank you all for that. And we are getting much closer to 5,000 subscribers, which we think is very, very fun to see the growth. So please consider to subscribe, and we'll get even closer to 5,000. And also, if you enjoyed the video so far, remember to leave a like. I've just been at the beer store to buy some brewery equipment, it's beer stuff, beer brewing stuff. And this is stout, tropical rum stout, 7%, and this is the enormous, hefty Russian roulette. Is that what it's called? It's 11%, and it's sort of like an imperial stout. It's very exciting beer anyway. We are back in the harbor again and again. And I have thought about working with the engine encasing, of course. Yes, the engine encasing. Also, I brought with me gear, lever and throttle controls. Plural, as you heard, that's right. I will explain that later. And the point is, of course, to start thinking about the dashboard, the minimalistic dashboard, actually. So let's see how that can be. We are at the steering position. Let me just schedule what I did mean by a few things. These windows, even if they're being sealed, it's still metal and it will condense on the metal as long as it's a little bit, when in use, a little moist in here and colder outside than inside, obviously. And the hotter inside and there's bigger differences, the more likely it is. I was thinking about making some kind of installation right underneath the windows, not large, not very, maybe just like this, following the shape and curving downwards. This way, any dripping of water would follow the path and could be led into the bilge if necessary. Also, it could use this sort of like leaving stuff like glasses and stuff like that. What do you think? What do you think about it? Could that be a useful idea? Please, any ideas, any comments, leave it in the comments below. This is the gear and throttle. Here is the gear and this is the throttle. Before you say anything, I know I could have it on this side and it will be less conflicting with the path to the front of the boat. However, I am a stubborn idiot like that because I'm very used to having lever on my right hand and I wish to continue to do that, to have the feel for how to use this. And it's also, I'm complicating it. I could have a single lever, but I find it more likable to have a separated one. I like that and I think it looks, this lever looks incredible cool too. I must admit, I'm an idiot like that. I would also like to add another lever. I've got this one, and this is to regulate the gear. This is a slipping gear, can I call it that? Does that make sense? It has the ability, when revving low, to slip, sort of that the propeller will slip and turn slower than the actual revolution should indicate when being in the lowest gear. Fishing boats do that. It's a trolling gear, I think they call it. And it makes the ability to have the boat just pushing forward or aft. I guess I need to build something. It will come a little bit out on the floor and also then a little bit of angle, but not too much. This is what I'm thinking about a lot nowadays. And if you have any ideas, I'm very happy to read them in the comments below or drop me an email. You will find my email. It's actually, I guess it's fisher30northeaster@gmail.com. And anyway, you will find that in the channel's information. So, okay, next point. It was very hard to move on with the engine encasing without finding a solution for the exhaust. So this is an exhaust pipe. And as we can see, it's hard to bend and it does not like hard curves, like steep curves. So I guess that sort of terminates my idea of using this together with the exhaust noise cancelling unit. Yeah, something like that. This muffler should ideally be in this place, as low as possible in the boat to secure or actually reduce the risk of water accumulating into the engine. And this is not possible, of course, due to the shaft, as we can see. Then the next possibility, and this is what I was hoping to do, was to put it around here. But then we see, as I said, this short tube muffler, rubber muffler tube, can I say that, will then have a terrible sharp curve angle. I can't see that working. So, what's the next solution? It could be this way, but that will not work either because the diesel tank will come around here. So, it needs to be this way, or possibly like this. Hopefully, I can heat up this hose and bend it a little bit more. Right, then I guess I will have to make some kind of floor to support this. I will make it, but I can't sort of complete it yet because I need to attach it to the hull using fiberglass, and it obviously is too cold. As we can see, it's a little bit too long. Next, I need a support between these two and just above the shaft. This is fitting good. Yes. So, next question is, shall this hose go underneath the shaft? Or actually this is all worth thinking about, and I will do that. Great. We're back at the cabin up in the mountains again, and apparently it is quite before the storm. There is reported a severe storm and a cyclone, so we'll just have to see. I have bought a wood stove for the boat, and it has been listed. It's not used, but it's not new either. Someone bought it for a boat project and never used it. Along with that, I have also bought from the same person the toilet of that boat and a water heater tank. And I will go and get that later. I would meet up with him down the valley later today, so we'll have to see about that. There is just somewhere on earth you can walk in the middle of the road at daytime, knowing that you won't get run down by cars. And that is just great. Then I'm back and have picked up a wooden stove. Not a wooden stove, wood stove. It's completely unused, and it was meant for a project that unfortunately didn't be completed. And that's always sad. But it's a good opportunity, of course, to save some money to pick up stuff that's slightly cheaper than buying a new. And this is a water heater. It's also unused, even though it's from 2007, I think, about 17 years old. And this is a completely unused toilet. Good for me. Hopefully the sellers were happy. Excellent, let's move on. We are up in the mountains, and I have forgot the microphones at home. I'm sorry about that. And the weather is very rough. Back in the garage again, and I have some stuff that I did buy the other day, used but new. Never used but not new. I guess that's the right expression. Let's get that in. And then there is an emergency popped up. The bridge from my floating dock to land has fallen down during the storm. That was on Friday, now it's Monday. I have to get it up off the water and possibly repair it if there are damage. And for that I will also bring the lawyer. He needs some fresh air, not just office smell. Good for him. Yes, yes, oh yes, oh yes. Let's take a look at what is here. It's the oven, of course. This has not been used. It's pure and clean inside. That's the through hull for the chimney, top of the chimney. And then 4 lengths of tubes, which should be about 60 centimeters each, I guess, for the chimney. Good, good. I got a new toilet. That is for the rear. I already have bought a toilet for the Fisher. The rear has a manual pump toilet. The last box contains a water heater. It's 22 liters, slightly more than the 16 liters I have already. This one will take some more space. But I will see which one to use in the Fisher and which one to use in the rear later. Let's go. All right, we are going to rescue the bridge from the floating dock. Yes. And why do we need a lawyer for that?
Of course, there can be some legal issues.
I guess I can. So.
But maybe it's the power.
I guess it's good to be outside the office.
Yes.
So you are out in the field now.
Yes.
Investigating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Let's go. Let's have a look at the problem. Yes, here we can see it has definitely fallen down, but is it damaged? I don't think so, because it seems to me there is a nail that is there and it's missing on that spot. So I guess we should be able to just pick this up and fasten it again. So, do you think there are legal problems around here?
No.
No. That's very reassuring to know, and then let the lawyer work start to get this up. Jeg tror den er tung, så spørsmålet er om jeg skal ta fast den stopp igjen.
Jeg tror vi tar den stopp.
Right. The cabin seems to be in okay shape. There is no obvious problems. There are no obvious problems. No trees has fallen over.
Ikke si noe.
Oh no, okay. Not for that.
Hoppa.
In the brewery again. We are here today with a guest,
Yes, Lasse.
and we are brewing stout today. It is a ebony, what was it? A tropical rum stout.
Ebony tropical rum. Okay.
Brown sugar.
Yes. It actually says tube sucker. It says
We have tube sucker, and then we have Hummel. Some oak wood tubes that has been used. It's from a
barrel from rum.
that has been brewing rum.
And those are supposed to be in during fermentation process. Yes, we expect this to be exciting. So excellent. It's lovely weather today. Oh yeah, and back in the harbor again. Yes. We need to do some work with the dashboard. And the reason I stopped progressing temporarily on the engine compartment is I need to wait for the tank, the steel tank, the diesel tank, to arrive back from my cousin. So the point now is that we'll make a model of the dashboard, gluing some pieces together and see what we need. I've made a list of the instruments I think I will need, and I have some ideas on where to place them. Let's go and have a look. That's the Harbour Master, it says. It's actually named after a swan that used to be up in a little suburb, small town outside Bergen. And they had this bird in the harbour, and it was quite aggressive, and that is and territorial, not to forget, and that is why they called him the havnesjefen, the harbour master. Unfortunately, he got too aggressive, and they had to replace him, so to speak. All right, I brought this sort of a template. Let's pretend that is the new dashboard. Having it like this, flat, would mean lots of sunlight directly onto the dashboard. Will mean that it's really hard to read whatever is on display here. So I would like to have, if I just leave it like this, I can't use the upper part because most things that are mounted into the dashboard will have something behind it, right? And therefore we need space. And this will obstruct that space. However, leaving this out like this, then we have plenty of space behind this. I doubt this is enough to keep itself upwards, so I need something more. Know all the disadvantages of being alone. Can I use this? This is really not working well, but okay. Okay, let's forget that idea. That was... Ah, look at that. We must not obstruct, and we do not want any obstruction. When you drive a car, then you have an angle on the steering wheel. But that's sort of forbidden in a boat, really. You very seldom see it. Is it our head, or is it something about the boat that prevents it? Let me just think. You don't have to watch while I'm thinking, because that takes time. On a different note, I have bought this oven, and the question is, where should I place it in this pilot house? You might say that that is a stupid place, but I need to inform that this boat has 2 masts, and the aft mast is placed just above that, and it needs a support underneath the roof. And we might use that support to mount the oven. The good thing then would be that I could sit in here, having a good time, and have a process going on, feeding the oven with wood. That is what wood stoves is all about. Otherwise, I could have bought a diesel-fired stove. I hope you have enjoyed the video. This is what I have time for in this video, and obviously a lot of stuff are going on, and having a lot of things going on at the same time, it's really not effective. But doing the best of jingling everything, keeping it in the air, yeah, and trying to relax once in a while. So, yeah. If you have enjoyed the video, then consider leave a like, and yeah, 1 is okay. And also considering subscribing. We are getting really close to 5,000 subscribers, and I'm looking so much forward to that. Have a great life until next video.